Hello, people of the internet. It is Kie Productions. Um, the video's been a while coming, because as everyone is anticipating what my next project is, considering that, a lot of things had been basically canceled. Everything I was doing basically was canceled. So everyone's kind of like wondering, like, what's next, what is the next direction for Kie Productions? Um, we are entering a new era. We are doing new stuff and bringing back the same vibe that we had back when the channel first started. So that will be fun. That will be great. It will be awesome. Firstly, I just want to give a shout out to Orange Tornado and Mr. Cupcake for helping me get back on my feet, during my times of need. uh, you know, People like that, Dado and Spirit Eclipse as always, um, just to name a few names, for people who, were there for me when I, needed it, um, and stuff like that. With that being said, we have I have a whole lineup that I've been working on of projects that are going to be coming to the channel that you will see on the channel. None of them exactly have due dates. They kind of will just happen, you know? Um, so this is kind of like your first look at these projects that you will see. So I will show you like sneak peeks of each project, and then I will dive into like a little bit of talking about them and stuff like that. Keep in mind these projects are I'm not gonna reveal whether these projects are still being worked on or if they're finished and ready to be uploaded. I will not say anything as far as that because I don't want to get people's hopes up. But the only promise I will make is that the channel will be as consistent as it's ever will be more consistent than it's ever been. My consistency will definitely improve and get better than it's been before. I'm aiming to be a lot more consistent this time around. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys are excited for these lineups. These are fun lineups. And yeah, without a further ado, why don't we just get into the first project, teaser thing? Yeah. So what you were able to see there was Freddy Fazbear Origins Reborn. For people who aren't very familiar with me and that kind of series, I have done this series like maybe twice. One on another channel, one on this channel. Um, Both had not been very successful. Not for like any particular reason, but it really just had to do with either like map loss or, you know, time zones, scheduling, stuff like that. Things that didn't always go my way. But that's okay. We adapt, learn, and adjust. And we're gonna do it right this time. Freddy Fazbear Origins Reborn is a inspiration, is a callback series to the old days, the good old days of, role plays and stuff. The Pals, a group that I used to watch back in the day, made a series called Freddy Fazbear Origins, which was one of my favorite series to watch growing up. I was always inspired by them. I was always intrigued to see what's next. And eventually, obviously, their group fell apart, and all the series that they did was over. And it was a very heartbreaking thing to have to come to terms with, when you love something so much and, it comes to an end. So, um, I decided to do my own version of it. And hopefully revive that feeling that people had a long time ago with that style of series. So that is something that is in my line of projects that is in the works. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that and like that. Um, you know, these lists of this lineup is a very interesting lineup. It's probably the most unique lineup I've ever had, but I'm actually super excited about each individual project because opportunities are there for people to really step up. And for people who haven't really been given a chance or anything like that, you know, I'm very excited to give people that chance that either they didn't give themselves, haven't been able to give themselves, or just haven't had the place to really showcase what they can do. So I'm very excited for Freddy Fazbear Origins Reborn. Hope you guys are. And yeah, let's move on to the next project teaser thingy.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this, then chances are you've made a poor career choice.
Alrighty. So then there we go. We have the second thing. It's like two Five Nights at Freddy's projects back to back. I know, crazy, right? I'm sorry. we're back in 2016. Um, but this series is a little different from Origins. This one's more so like a series I did back then, which was like Project FNAF. It was basically my take on FNAF, My Nights at Freddy's. Um, Another popular series. I like I don't know. I like doing things that kind of give the old school feel that, from the good old days. So, it's stuff like that. But that's really all this series is. It's more going to be the horror S style series. So, if you like horror stuff, that will be the series for you, you know. Um, so that should be fun. That should be great. Can't wait for the different types of copyrights that I'm going to get from these teaser trailers, bro. Oh, I can't wait for it. The maps that are used in the series, I will be linking them all in the description, by the way, because I do not own any of them. They're all made by amazing creators that I will give credit to, and I suggest and highly suggest and encourage you to check out the maps yourself, because the maps are great. A lot of time went into them, and I would appreciate if you show them support for being awesome people and allowing other people to, use their beautiful and wonderful creations to create amazing things like this. But yes, on to the next one. This one's a little more fun. I think people will really like this one.
I haven't been myself way nothing's gonna change. I should be moving on, but I still feel the same. And it's like every day is a fight for my life to get some self-control. And when you've forgotten who I am, it just feels I'm nobody at all. The cycle of abuse.
Now, probably the most coolest one that I've had. We have now Multi Mayhem. It's going to be my first ever Undertale series that I do on the channel. Which is it's definitely going to be a unique project to say the most because I've never done anything like it before. It is going to be like what you've seen before. It's going to be POV and cinematic. The intro was made by Orange, an old friend of mine. So, and one of our newest members here in Kie Productions. So I'm very grateful to him for first off putting this together because he didn't even need to take the time to do this. I know how long these take. And the theme song, callback to one of the coolest animations ever done, I ever seen. Really cool. If you've never seen that, would recommend. Song is called Again. It's great. Multi Mayhem is going to be a decently long series. It's probably going to be our normal length that you're used to seeing from us here. I'm very excited for all of the stuff that series is going to have to offer. A different thing that I will be doing here for the channel is doing cast reveals for bigger projects, just because I think it'd be really cool to showcase give you guys a little sneak peek of what like is in store and stuff like that. So you will see more stuff on Multi Mayhem as the project comes together. Um and stuff like that. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm really excited for this project. I'm excited to put it together and see what I can really do. See what I can bring to the table. See if the good old Kie Productions rub can make this a fun series for people to be a part of, and stuff like that. So yeah, Multi Mayhem is gonna be something really fun. It's another thing, part of the lineup that I am looking forward to and stuff like that. That was practically the last project that I had to show you. So obviously we have those three. We have Freddy Fazbear Origins Reborn. We have Five Nights at Freddy's Lost Magic. Lost and Found. My bad. Lost and Found. And then we have obviously, the big one, Multi Mayhem. For those wanting to know any information on Tales of Odell and stuff like that, I'll get into that now. The season 2 version of Fairy Tail Rebirth had eventually been canceled. It will not be continuing its production anywhere. I have ceased its production as a whole. As far as what's gonna happen, no, Tales of Odell is not over. It's not ending. Instead, it is going to be getting it will be continuing in a different way. Um, so I already kind of have an idea and stuff like that. I've already been working on stuff or with people on stuff for the new continuation of that. Um, and the series is now being labeled Tales of Odell New Dawn. See the logo on screen. Um, so we're still kind of carrying the same story, same stuff. You'll see different styles of things as we had to make some changes. But ultimately, you'll still see what you're used to. You'll still see, the POV, the cinematic. You'll still see the stuff that you're kind of accustomed to. Um, the whole cast has gotten an overhaul. So you won't be seeing the same people play the same characters. You'll see a new cast of people voicing the characters and playing the characters, portraying the story that I'm going to be telling to everybody. Um, so there's that. Uh, I can't show off too much. There's not a lot I can show off. I can show off one thing, and I guess I'll show it off just to kind of keep everyone on their toes. Um, I'll show everyone off Kyo's design for the series because yes, Kyo is in this series, or he's in this continuation, should I say? And I'll show you his design. You'll see it on screen. Uh, so obviously the design is inspired by the supposed version of Kia. Well, spoiler because I can spoil it now. In the season 2 intro that we were using for season 2, at the end, the guy with the red hair was supposed to be Kyo, reincarnated back from the dead, going under the name Brother. So I took inspiration from that character, took the red hair from him, and obviously you see he has black and a little bit of white to kind of keep the stylistic of his old character. He's rocking a new style and a new look. The designs are a lot more cleaner this time around. I did not really like the designs that I had made before. So I had cleaned up a lot of the designs and, made a big amount of changes to all the characters. You're practically not going to recognize some of them. But these are things that I wanted to do as I feel it will make the series better ultimately in the end. So yeah. Um, for as anyone who has questions about the old series, there's nothing really to. Well, it's a long story. It's a really long story of why the old series is gone. But it's not my place. It's not something I can speak to the public. Or it's not something I want to, should I say. It's it's personal stuff that should stay personal, It should stay between me and the people who are involved. So it will never come out to the public because obviously, personal stuff should be personal stuff. But for everyone who was involved in the project previously, want to give a big shout out to all of them because, the project wouldn't have gone where it went without them, so I thank them for being a part of the story and the series and helping me put together, you know, what we had. Um and stuff like that. So, big shout out to the old guys, Kudos and big shout out to them. Um they're great, they're awesome. They're still gonna be doing things and I encourage you guys to go and support them. See what they're doing, see what they're rocking with, encourage and inspire them like you guys inspire me. Uh, and hopefully everyone will be able to all make the community, a great place where you can all be happy and have the content that you all love and enjoy. Um, aside from all that, there's nothing left that I have to say, nothing left I have to show. That is everything part of my showcase today. Um, there's no official release date on any of these at all. You can see literally any of them at any time. You never know when they'll come. I prefer working without release dates so that, I can concentrate and work in peace without having to stress. Um, but I promise you won't have to wait too long until, you start seeing the channel become active again. Um, so yeah, great things are coming to the channel, guys. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna rebuild the channel from the ground up, because I had ruined uh what the channel was. We were very consistent until I fell off. So now we're gonna work on bringing ourselves back up and trying to rebuild ourselves. If you guys have noticed the theme of the lineup, you'll notice it's a lot of old callback series or old things that I had done in the past. That's kind of like the theme we're rocking with here, at least for a little bit. We're gonna have, some new things, some old things, some redos, some reboots, and stuff like that. Clean up some things, do better. That's what it's all about. It's about improving and getting better. And that's ultimately what we're here to do. We're here to do better. We're here to get better. We're here to aim for the stars. We're here to shoot for the sky. uh, so yeah, that's really all I have to say. Sorry guys, it took a really long time for me to come out with this. Sorry that I haven't been the most consistent guy in the world. I'm not the most reliable. And I'm not perfect, I'm not the greatest, Um, but I'll do my best. And I do my best. I'll do and I do. I'll do my best and I do my best. Um, so hopefully you guys are cool with that and cool with me, um, doing my thing. Um, yeah, that's about it. Let's just keep everything cool, calm, positive. Let's move on with a good mentality and aim for a better future for everyone. Because that's what's best for everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'll see you guys around when I decide to exist again. And remember, guys, maybe lonely, it may be cold and lonely out there, but hey, I'll always, always, always will be your homie. Yeah, always be here for you guys. Um, so yeah, that's it. Peace out, my dudes and dudettes and other creatures, humans. Yeah.